stopping a bad or addictive habit.
Yeah, joining us this morning are life coach John Brunty and Julie Cole, a health and wellness coach. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
So John, as we just mentioned, New Year's Eve, starting a new leaf going into 2025. People might want to, drop some of those bad habits as they head into the new year. So first, I wanted you to explain to us what addictive behaviors actually are.
Well, my favorite definition of addiction is from Gabor Mate, and I paraphrase it, but it's not being able to stop something once I start, even though I want to, and I'm aware of the bad consequences. That's pretty much an addiction.
Gotcha.
And then, Julie, let's bring you into the conversation. People are going to be setting New Year's resolutions. Talk about, cutting bad habits.
Oh, okay. Well, I would say, following up what John was talking about, when we think about the interplay of neuroscience, right? Habits are more than just our thoughts, right? They're actually neuroscience. And so there's a whole interplay that happens with our brain that reinforces it. So one of the things that I work on with folks when we're talking about trying to quit something or just is to build awareness, right? Build awareness. One of the key things people can do is just slow down. Literally, just slow down. There's so much impulse with these kinds of behaviors that we just do them without thinking. And we talk about addictive behaviors, we think about substances, but what about the midnight ice cream? Or cookies or whatever it may be, right? What about the can't stop calling the person that's not healthy for us, right? What if it's just, I keep going to doom scrolling? So it doesn't have to just be this catastrophic thing. It could be something that actually just bleeds life out of us every day without our awareness. So slowing down helps us build awareness.
That awareness is so important. All the things that you just mentioned, Julie, I'm like, yeah, I definitely have some of those bad habits that I do, and you don't even necessarily recognize it. John, I know this is something that's tough for me, staying disciplined. Once you get on that track of starting that new resolution, dropping those bad habits, how do you stay disciplined?
I think the first thing when I start working with someone, and it's been the biggest help for me, is establishing a routine and sticking to it. There are like 3 or 4 things that I do every morning. In the morning, as soon as I get up, let the dogs out, feed the dogs, and then it's journal and meditate. And I know where I like to, my mind likes to wander around a lot, and I can pull it back in if I know where to start and what place I'm in. So that's been the biggest help.
Yeah, so definitely a continuing process. They say 30 days. If you do it 30 days, then it's a habit, right? It becomes something like a regular routine. Is that right? I'm guessing that's just maybe something I made up.
Good start. It's a good start.
So talk about if you do, Julie, talk about if you do get off track. How do you get back on track? How do you get it going again?
Literally, just start again. I think one of the things that people do is the shame of getting off track can hijack us, right? So it's about just starting again. So if you're in a health and wellness routine or a nutrition or anything, you literally just start back with those habits that John's talking about. The next day, get back on track and just start. You don't have to go back and reclaim anything from the past. You just start again today.
And sometimes that push to start again can be support. Talk about, John, how important it is to have either, family support, loved ones, friends, peer support, just how important it is.
I think it's a crucial part. Just the whole, the whole accountability, having someone to be accountable to is very important. It's also important for family members to realize that they're going through things too. I know with addiction, if there's a person of concern that has the substance misuse disorder, then it's important for the whole family to be aware of getting help for themselves as well, and not just the person going through it.
Absolutely.
Some great advice there. Julie, you all do workshops, right? Talk about, what comes of those workshops. Talk about how people can, be a part of that to break these bad habits and how they get in contact with you.
I'm actually going to defer to John because John's taking the lead on the workshops, and I'm one of the presenters in the workshops.
Yes, Julie will be there. But you can go to my website, johnbrunty.com. And register for the Quitting Curious workshop is what we're doing in January. And I wanted to do Quitting Curious because whatever you need to work on, whether it's alcohol or sugar. Right now we have a few people signed up for sugar. and then some with substances as well. But yeah, and then for more on Julie, you can go to juliecole.org.
Absolutely, Julie. I know you're going to be a great asset to the workshop. As you said, that peer support is so important. So you never know. Sign up for one of these workshops. You might find that community that you needed, that push and peer support that you needed to just start fresh for 2025.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Best of luck with the workshop.
Thank you.
Stick with us. We got more Sunrise coming up after this.
Thank you.